Hello YouTubers, this is the Noobifier. Let's take a look at the variants of the Reliant series. This video was a deliberate effort, and if you liked the video, I ask you to share. Let's begin. The Reliant update was first covered here in detail as an overview for the new core, which is linked up now. Core is light cargo, Tana is light fighter mini dropship, Sen is the low-level scanner exploration ship, and the Mako, well, it's supposed to be an entry-level news van. I'm going to approach this as an overview of certain criteria, however I'd like to point out that like other variants, you can swap parts across platform. I was able to cross-load a camera over to the core, I was able to cross-load a sensor and camera over to a Tana, and I was able to make a Mako into a pretty nasty fighter with a recording studio in the back. This does not mean that the camera would work in the core because it lacks all the supporting equipment. I just wanted to point it out. The core is pretty much only focused on cargo, no bed. However, as I said in the last video, there was a Calling All Dev segment over 1 year ago where they were toying with the idea of single-seat logout. The bed would let your character wake up refreshed, and the pilot who logs out in, let's say, a Sabre would wake up tired. It's orange and not red because this might be addressed in the future. No shower, no toilet combo. I guess we're just having sponge baths and pissing in a bottle. Jokes aside, this is meant to be a short-range runner, so it probably won't be an issue. No gun rack. However, also last year on an ATV segment, developers said that they may be adding external cubbies for guns on single-seat ships. This would be done to give a fighter pilot a sort of mini weapons vault when dismounted. If that was a new feature, I would expect it to be added here to the core and the other variants. Once again, orange and not red, because this currently isn't a limiter. I mentioned in that last video that it has a very good default loadout, because it's actually getting quite close to the Tana, except for a weaker shield and a weaker power plant. It can even mount missiles. The Tana is meant to fill the role of a light fighter, however, as you can see, it slots quite nicely into the mini dropship. For cargo, it has a very small mag plate at the rear for spares and ammo, it has 2 beds, it has a shower toilet, storage cubbies, and a large gun rack. Its special features are ball turrets that mount single large weapons, each providing a full gimbaled option, but remember that we can cross-load these throughout the range. The Reliant Sen trades weapons for sensors and opens up possible gameplay. It lacks cargo, it has 2 beds, it has a shower toilet, no visible gun racks, and its special gear is a sensor operator station with a small laboratory. I'm pretty sure that the crew station is just a placeholder, but it might really help for the co-pilot to sit here and micromanage the ship's systems if you get into a pinch. And we round out with a Mako. Like the Sen, the Mako trades weapons for its optical sensors and should truly open up some unique gameplay. It lacks cargo, it has 2 beds, it has a shower toilet, no visible gun racks, and its special gear is a broadcast and editing station, complete with a server rack. I imagine that the game mechanic will require the pilot and operator to communicate to keep the optics on target, and I also imagine that when broadcasting, this ship's EM signature is going to light up like a road flare. Think of this not only as a reporting platform, but also possibly to gather intelligence. You could record and store footage, and then broadcast when safe. And that's it. I felt strongly that the Reliant deserved a pair of videos, and I remind you that if you'd like more detail, please look for the first video that's linked up. Thank you very much for spending your time with me. Please post in the comments which you have and why, and other possible uses for these variants that were not mentioned. Fly safe, and I'll see you in the verse.